I'm going to add these rational expressions. I will make a note first that my computer is being slow, so I'm going to be writing very slow, so please be patient with how ugly this is going to look. When you add or subtract rational expressions, you need to have a common denominator. This one clearly does not have the same denominator, so what I'm going to do is find a common denominator. So, in order to do that, get in the habit of immediately factoring. Looking at x squared plus 3x plus 2, I can factor this. I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to 2 and add to 3. Pen is working well so far. Okay, so those two numbers would be positive 2 and positive 1. That multiplies to 2 and adds to 3. Now I need to choose a common denominator. When choosing my common denominator, I need to keep in mind that I need to be able to have each denominator in front of me turn into the common denominator. So if one of them has an x plus 2 and an x plus 1, and the other one just has an x plus 1, the easiest thing I could do here is just multiply an x plus 2 into this second denominator so that they match. Now, if you remember how to add regular fractions, when you are building your common denominator, whatever you do to the denominator, you must also do to the numerator. So now that I have these matching denominators, I can't just stick an x plus 2 in there and say that's that. Whatever you do to the denominator, you must also do to the numerator. So what I'm doing is multiplying the top and the bottom by x plus 2. That way they each have a denominator of x plus 2, x plus 1. So what I'm doing is x, which was the old numerator, times x plus 2. Now, even though I wrote these in different orders, they are the same denominator. They both contain an x plus 2 and they both contain an x plus 1. Now, I have the x times x plus 2 in the numerator, so I'm going to go ahead and distribute those. X times x is x squared. X times 2 is 2x. Now that I have the same denominator, all I have to do is combine the numerators and I'm done. So if it helps, you can rewrite this. I'll do that right now. You can rewrite this as one huge expression. Because once you have a common denominator, all you have to do is combine your numerators. And so you can see that all I'm doing is adding my common terms, my like terms in the numerator. So whenever I write the final answer, I write it in standard form, so just get in that habit. So first I'm going to write x squared. Next I have an x and a positive 2x. So that would be positive 3x. And then I also have a minus 1 on its own. Now, what you want to check for is that this is completely simplified. So you want to look at the numerator and you figure out if it's factorable. If it is factorable, go ahead and factor it. If you have a matching factor in the numerator and the denominator after doing that, those can eliminate. But for this one, there are not two numbers that multiply to -1 and add to 3, so there's no more simplifying I can do here, and I'm done. And one last thing I'll point out is you can leave your answer like this, or you may see your answer completely distributed out. So you could see the denominator as x squared plus 3x plus 2. That's what you would get when you FOILed x plus 2 times x plus 1.